This week on Inside Boulder News.
Join the city all next week for the 10th annual Winter Walk and Bike Week. Help Boulder PD solve crime in this new community partnership. And join Flatiron Fred for Groundhog Day. Welcome to Inside Boulder News, your source for all things Boulder. I'm Jocelyn Avendaño. We're well into the middle of winter, and the little colder snow doesn't stop Boulderites from commuting on their bikes or on their own 2 feet. Join Boulder for the 10th annual Winter Walk and Bike Week, February 4th through the 10th. Let's take a look at what's planned for next week. Boulder has an extensive network for walking and biking. This year's Winter Walk and Bike Week is the perfect excuse to get out and enjoy the outdoors.
Winter Walk and Bike Week starts next week, and during this week we encourage the whole community to bike and walk and take transit as many times as possible, like for all their daily trips.
Events during this year's Winter Walk and Bike Week include the Pro Street Sip and Stroll with a vessel. Walk along with Boulder Walks and enjoy coffee at both ends of Pro Street. Also that week is the Lobo Longmont to Boulder Trail Walk, a 17-mile walk that passes through Longmont, Niwot, and Boulder. Participants can take on the 8.5-hour challenge or join along the way.
The main event is on Friday, which is Bike to Work Day. We'll have breakfast stations in the morning across town, also a few in the county.
The City of Boulder's Transportation Department has been putting Winter Walk and Bike Week together for the last 10 years. A similar month-long event is put together during the summertime to promote other modes of transportation.
Walking and biking is a great way to stay healthy, both mentally and physically, and the more often we choose these types of sustainable transportation options, the more we do for our environment.
Winter Walk and Bike Week begins February 4th. For a full list of events, please visit bouldertransportation.net. And don't forget to bundle up and be safe. Boulder's Pitasso Water Treatment Plant is the city's primary source for water and has been in operation since the early 60s. Recently, the water plant underwent improvements under the city's capital improvement program. We took a trip to look at the now completed project. There are 2 water treatment plants that serve the city of Boulder, the Pitasso Water Treatment Plant and the Boulder Reservoir Water Treatment Plant. The water plant at Pitasso operates year-round and treats up to 40 million gallons of water per day, making it the city's primary source for water.
So this water plant was originally built in 1962. It was expanded in 1976, and it's had a few miscellaneous projects over the years, adding things to it or enhancing it.
Most recently, the plant underwent a $35 million improvement project as part of the city's capital improvement program. Work began during the first quarter of 2016 and was finalized late last year.
A few things that we did was improve the water clarification process, and then all of our filters, which are our most important piece of the process, were dismantled and rebuilt with new valves and new filter media to make their performance improve.
The primary purpose of the project was to upgrade the plant's pre-treatment processes and replace equipment to ensure the facility's optimal operation.
One of the troubles that Pitasso struggled with sometimes was in the runoff period, so the spring when the snow is melting out of the watershed, etc. There are more contaminants in the water during that period of time. And Pitasso sometimes struggled with getting all those contaminants out, and we couldn't always produce as much water as it normally should be able to produce. Now we've restored all that capability.
More information on the Pitasso Water Plant Improvement Project can be found on the website seen on screen. The Boulder Police Department recently announced the launch of their new Neighborhood Surveillance Camera Program, a community partnership where residents and businesses who have surveillance cameras can work together to solve crime.
Our new program is modeled after Longmont Police Department after they found great success partnering with residents and businesses capturing basic information on surveillance cameras in the area.
If a crime occurs, police officers will be able to see if there are any surveillance cameras in the area from participating community members.
Any information captured will not be shared publicly, and the benefit is you're helping out your neighbor. If something happens, we now have the ability to get a jump on solving this crime, and we really hope that people consider participating.
Those who have an interest in helping Boulder PD can sign up by visiting the City of Boulder's website at bouldercolorado.gov and searching Neighborhood Surveillance Camera Program.
We're just looking for basic information if you have a camera. If so, who and how can we contact you in the event something happens in your area?
Participation in this partnership is completely voluntary. All registered information will be kept confidential and will only be viewed by Boulder police personnel. Valentine's Day is fast approaching, and what better way to celebrate than with your little sweetheart? Boulder's Sweetheart Valentine Dance is a chance for parents and their kids to spend a special evening together, and tickets are on sale now. A special time full of sweet memories awaits participants, along with dancing, light refreshments, a DJ, and even photos to capture the special moment. Sweetheart Valentine Dance is on Saturday, February 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the North Boulder Rec Center. Make sure to arrive early as photos will begin at 5:30. The dance is open to kids 10 and under. Visit the website on screen to go ahead and register. The event sells out fast, so purchase your tickets early and reserve your spot. Whether canoeing down Chautauqua or emerging from his burrow in true Olympic fashion, Flatiron Freddy sure knows how to make an entrance. Join the City of Boulder's OSMP Rangers for a celebration of Groundhog Day this Saturday, February 2nd. Learn all about this annual tradition over morning treats and coffee. Remember to dress warmly and leave pets at home. The event will be held at the Chautauqua Ranger Cottage from 8 to 9 a.m. And in true Freddy tradition, Flatiron Fred will be changing the way he comes out of his burrow and will be finding out if winter will stick around any longer. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of Inside Boulder News. If you have pictures, news tips, or events you'd like to see featured, we love to hear from you. Connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe. Have a good week.